Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into something that affects pretty much every single one of us. That is how to break free from societal conditioning and reconnect with our authentic selves. Have you ever stopped to question why you want certain things in life? The career path you're pursuing, the lifestyle you're working toward, even the clothes you wear? How many of these choices are yours? How many were inherited from others' expectations? I remember the moment this hit me. I kind of looked around and I realized everyone else was living and building and growing their lives. I was, but I didn't realize how. And just being themselves. And the things I admire most in other people is when someone's able to be their authentic self. And I just have an eye for noticing when they're not. And I know within myself, I've had times where I wasn't fully being myself, whether I felt I wasn't going to have approval, or I didn't feel like I was the me that I am was good enough, or, there's a lot of different factors. But I remember having this moment where I was just like, you know what? No. I just felt empty inside. I felt disconnected from myself. And to be real with you, I just got tired of feeling like that. I got tired of feeling like that. If I was going to sit here around and encourage other people to be themselves, to go after what they want, why wasn't I doing that for myself? And so that is when I began my journey of deconditioning, understanding conditioning. Conditioning develops from childhood. Our common sources are family, media, education, culture, the signs you're living through, conditioned responses, the cost of ignoring your authentic self. The deconditioning process starts with awareness, the role of mindfulness, questioning your shoulds. That's a big one. Identifying your true values, and we'll do an exercise, the values audit. Some practical exercises and examples. The values excavation exercise. Okay, let's do this together. Pull out your journal. I just got mine. Write down 5 decisions you've made recently, big or small. For each one, we're going to dig deeper. So for each decision that you wrote down, there's 4 things that we can look at or ask to dig deeper. 1, what influenced this decision? Whose voice do you hear when you think about it? How does it make your body feel? If no one else existed, would you still make this choice? For a simple example, I have completely had to change how I eat so that I could have better health and experience overall a better life. And once in a while, I still am human. I still allow myself certain things that I normally shouldn't do. My shouldn't is because I know the repercussions. If I have something that's super high in sugar, I will experience pain. I think because I've been having more sugar this week because I'm just so stressed out with things at my job, which I will not be there much longer. I just have to get some things squared away. But when I have sugar, I know to expect my body to start to feel inflamed. When I have sugar, I will feel inflamed. My hands, especially like my wrists and my hands, will start to hurt. They've been hurting this week. And I think it's because I've had more sugar. I'll do that. I know that I'll start sweating, and I know my stomach's going to hurt, and my heart will probably start racing. So I personally have to think very hard to make a decision on, am I having this and having a little smidge of something because I want it, or is it because I'm feeling pressured? A birthday party, someone's like, come on, you gotta have cake, you gotta have cake, you gotta have cake, you have to have this, you have to have this, come on, do this, why won't you do this? And then there you are, and you feel like crap, and you're like, well, I gotta go home now and feel like crap because I can't do half the stuff I wanted to because I gave in. That's all right. It's a learning lesson. I don't need to shame myself for making a choice. But you just really want to make sure that your decisions are yours. That's all this is about. A second exercise is the mirror exercise. It's like a 2-week challenge. For 2 weeks before getting dressed, ask yourself, who am I dressing for today? What would I wear if no one would see me? Which clothes make me feel most like myself? You can write down your insights daily. Many people discover that they've been dressing for an imaginary audience rather than for themselves. I have also been guilty of this. My appearance and what I wear is something I'm still working on because I don't have like a set thing. It kind of depends on my mood. It depends on where I'm going. It depends on the vibe that I want to put out. It depends on what part of my personality I want, I want to let out or I'm in that day. And so it's really about honing in on yourself. What do you want to present out in the world? How do you want to express yourself? Because our clothing is also expression. Our hair is an expression. Makeup, shoes, whatever. Like, it's all an expression of ourselves. And that's not to say that you have to go out and wear like the most outlandish things. It's all just about how you wear it. And you'll notice a certain essence that people have when they are in something that they're comfortable, that expresses more of who they are, how they are. The why chain deep dive. Start with any belief that you have. Ask yourself why. 5 times, going deeper each time. For example, I need my own house by 30. Well, why? Because that's what successful people do. Why? Because society views homeowners as more stable. Why does that matter? It could probably be because I want people to take me more seriously. Why? Because I don't feel valid without external validation. Why? Because I've tied my self-worth to societal markers of success. 4, the pleasure audit. For 1 week, track your activities and then rate them. How much societal improvement does this get? 1 to 10. How much genuine enjoyment do I get? 1 to 10. And then what patterns do you notice at the end of that week? For example, there are some times that I will either watch more TV or scroll way more, and versus I'll either watch too much TV of things that I'm not even really enjoying. I'm just like checked out, or I'll scroll on my phone for far too long. Just because society has told me that my hobbies, I like to paint, I like to go walk, they aren't as productive. So I feel like we shut off a part of ourselves to make society happy. And it's just like, society is not here in my home, first of all. And also, like, who cares what anyone else has to say? They're not living my life. They're not me. They're not me. A 5th example would be the alternative timeline exercise. Imagine 3 different versions of your life. 1 would be your current path, the societal expectation. 2, your wildest dreams with no limitations. And then a middle path, just balanced authenticity. Write a day in the life for each version. What elements keep showing up? Those might be your authentic desires. The body compass practice. Your body often knows before your mind when you're out of alignment. Notice physical responses during difficult decisions. Track your energy levels after different activities. Document sleep quality related to choices. Pay attention to chronic tension areas. For example, someone that I've helped, notice their shoulders always tense when they talked about their medical career, but relaxed completely when talking about and teaching yoga on the weekends. 7, the circles of influence map. Draw 3 circles. Inner is your authentic desires. Middle would be family and friends' expectations. Outer would be societal pressures. For any decision, mark where the influence comes from. Aim to make more inner circle choices. The permission slips exercise. Write yourself permission slips for things you want but feel guilty about. I give myself permission to stay single in my 30s. I give myself permission to change careers at 45. I give myself permission to be a parent who doesn't do PTA. Whatever you feel like your decision is, that's okay. Write yourself a permission slip. And then review those daily for a month, noting which ones bring up the most resistance, maintaining authenticity and applying it to the real world. Here's a boundary setting framework. Let's practice setting boundaries with specific phrases instead of maybe I'll try to make it. Try this. Thank you for thinking of me, but I won't be able to attend. Instead of, I should be able to handle this additional project. Try, my plate is full right now. I need to decline this opportunity. The authenticity compass daily check-in questions. What energy am I bringing today? Authentic versus performative. Where might I need to set boundaries? What is one authentic choice I can make? Real world example, career authenticity. Sarah, a former student, realized she was in consulting for the prestige. Her authentic desire was teaching. So she created a 12-month transition plan. Months 1 to 3 was a teaching certification research. Months 4 to 6, part-time teaching assistant. Months 7 to 9, we're building a savings buffer. Months 10 to 12 was a full transition. Relationship authenticity. Mike discovered his desire for a non-traditional relationship structure. His steps was individual therapy to clarify values, open communication with your partner, building a support network, gradual lifestyle adjustments, community building strategies. Create your authenticity support system with your inner circle having 2 to 3 growth-minded friends. Outer circle would be online communities, professional support, a therapist or a coach, and accountability partners. A resilience toolkit. This is to help with emotional regulation when facing pushback. Grounding techniques for difficult conversations. Scripted responses for common criticism. Self-care practices for heavily emotional days. Progress tracking to maintain motivation. Some integration practices. Morning authenticity meditation. Weekly values check-in. Monthly boundary assessment. Quarterly life alignment review. And just remember, authenticity is a practice, not a destination. Your journey will evolve as you do. And as we come to a close here, I want you to remember, this isn't about rejecting everything you've learned or cutting ties with your past. It's about consciously choosing what serves your authentic self and having the courage to let go of what doesn't. If this resonated with you, be sure to hit subscribe and share your thoughts below. What societal expectations have you been questioning lately? Let's support each other in this journey of authentic living. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And share this video with someone you think would find it helpful. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and we'll see you in the next video.